Hello and welcome to the Wedding Files. I'm Tracy and I'm here to help you navigate through the mysteries of planning your wedding. In today's episode, we're going to talk about your wedding planning checklist. But instead of going over the millions of things that you see on other checklists, we're going to kiss it. So pucker up, baby, because we're kissing your list. Okay, Tracy, what the hell are you talking about? I'm so glad you asked. KISS means keep it simple, sister, or brother, or whatever gender you identify with. You can Google search wedding checklist and you'll have a million results. The Knot and Wedding Wire have checklists in their planning tools also. But sometimes when you set up your accounts with them, it seems like you're already overdue on what they say you should do. These huge lists of what you should do and when you should have it done by sometimes adds more pressure in what is supposed to be helping your stress levels. You do not have to do everything you see on those checklists, but picking and choosing what you should do can be confusing. So today we're going to talk about the basics for any kind of wedding. Yes, you can always add more or take out the things that don't apply to you. This should get you started and help you stay on track. So, the first thing that you need to do is pull out those 13 questions you and your partner should have asked each other. If you haven't done it already, watch my two-part episode, Case 002, The Talk. Those questions will help set your own checklist. Now, in the KISS list, we aren't talking about when to have a party or shower or when to get your ring insured. We're only talking about the major things to do to make sure that you can have the wedding you want. And this list isn't date due specific, but it's listed in the order to best help you. Number 1, hire a wedding planner. I always suggest getting a planner first to help you with everything. He or she can get you organized and they can take care of so many little things for you up until the day and be your saving grace the day of. It's like hiring a realtor. You wouldn't buy or sell a house without someone who knows how to do it, so why would you try to plan a party the size you've never done before without help there too? If your venue comes with a coordinator, that's awesome, but the coordinator is only going to take care of the things that are directly related to the venue. A planner can take care of everything, including going to Michael's during the day while you're at work. Number 2, book the venue and set the date. No matter if you're getting married in your church, a destination venue, or just going down to the courthouse, you need to pick your location as soon as possible. Start with an idea of when you would like to get married, the season, the day, the time. Then check out at least 3 options if you're having the traditional ceremony and reception, or start talking with the coordinators for your destination, your church, or your courthouse, or whatever you're planning on doing. When you book with the venue, they may not have the date you originally wanted, but they'll have other options that may work for you. Once you've agreed on the date and time, you'll have your date and you can let everyone know. Number 3, hire your vendors. If you're doing a traditional wedding with all the bells and whistles, then your vendors will include the caterer, the baker, the DJ or band, the florist, the photographer, and the officiant. Then other vendors to consider are the videographer, the ceremony musicians like a string quartet or a singer, a bartender, maybe additional staff, a candy bar attendant, a photo booth attendant. Again, looking at your original 13 questions will help determine which vendors to hire. Some all-inclusive venues have their own vendors, so it really saves time and work trying to find ones all on your own. But if you're booking a location that does not have all-inclusive vendors, again, this is where the wedding planner comes in to save the day. They may have people they've worked with before that they can contact for you, or they can meet vendors on your behalf to make sure they are worthy of your wedding. Number 4, choose your wedding party. Now that the vendors are out of the way, you can focus on the family and close friends. You've probably already announced your engagement and people are already getting excited for you. So use this time to see who is really going to help you or hinder you. You may have a best friend that you've been thinking you want to be your maid of honor, but you know full well that she's a crazy party girl that you've never really been able to rely on. So, do you really want her to be your maid of honor? Remember that your wedding party is supposed to be made up of people that are going to help you and support you. Your maid of honor and best man will have additional responsibilities over the rest of the wedding party. So if you have an unreliable maid of honor or best man, that means someone else is going to have to pick up their slack. And that person can be that good friend that you planned on being your bridesmaid. At a time when you feel like you're going to hurt someone's feelings, remember that not everyone can be in your wedding party. I always suggest going with a max of 6 people per side. Remember that you may not have a lot of space up at the altar. You want a wedding party that reflects the size of your wedding. And sometimes your besties have kids and other responsibilities of their own, and it may be kinder to them to just be a guest. So choose wisely. Number 5, choose your colors and theme. The color is everything from what the wedding party and parents will wear, what color the tablecloths are, what flowers will be used, and what other color choices you will make. The theme is the style of wedding. Will it be an outdoor barn? Will it be black tie? Will it be garden fairies or Harry Potter? This can determine everything like the length of the dresses, the decorations to be used, and the location. The color and theme can also determine when to buy your decorations or the season your flowers are in, so it plays a big factor in your budget as well. Flowers out of season are more expensive. Buying lime green and lemon yellow decorations will be easier to find in spring and summer than in fall and winter, but clearance items will be available in fall. So choose early, have a plan, and buy in season for best deals and biggest selections. Number 6, send out save the dates and start your seating chart. Do this at the 6 to 7 month out mark. By now, and especially if you've answered the questions from the talk, you've already gotten your guest list going. This is the time to really narrow it down and send out the save the dates to the people you are inviting for sure. This will start getting people talking about whether or not they'll be able to come, and if anyone needs to make travel plans, this will give them the time to do it as well. Start asking now if everyone will be coming so you can start getting the idea of your actual guest list. This is also the time where you need to start working on your seating chart. Having a seating assignment is a preference, but when everyone knows where to go, you won't have that couple standing awkwardly around looking for space at a table. A lot of brides want people who don't know each other to sit at the same table, so maybe they'll make new friends. In theory, it works. But in reality, people want to sit next to people they know. So when you're putting together that guest list and you label each family as a group type, this is where that comes in handy. Find out which table you and your partner will be at, then put the immediate family near you, and then branch out. Put your work friends at one table, your softball team at another, and the church group at another. If they don't all fit at one table, then at least put them in an adjacent table so they're still next to each other. If a family fits into different groups, then you have the ability to put them in whichever table they'll fit at. Remember to always talk to your venue or caterer or whoever's in charge of setting up the tables to be sure that you have the correct number of people at each table. If you plan on 12 people sitting at a 10 top table and you don't tell the venue, not only will there be not space for 12, but you may not be giving them the opportunity to let you know that there's no way 12 people will fit. Number 7, make your own travel plans. At the 6-month mark, if you haven't already planned a honeymoon, then now's the time to do it. From just a night in a hotel to a full-on Fiji vacation, if you plan on going during peak wedding season, you may need to book early. Also plan on how you are getting around for the day of your wedding. Do you want to have a limo, pick all the girls up, go to the salon, then head to the venue? Or do you want a party bus for the whole wedding party? Or do you want to just drive away in your T-top Trans Am? Start figuring all your travel arrangements and hire them if needed. And always give your getaway plan to the wedding planner or venue coordinator. They need to be able to call the night of your wedding to make sure that they arrive on time. Oh, and on time is 15 minutes before your reception ends. Number 8, get your dress. But don't get it too early. Generally plan on buying about 4 to 6 months out. This will give you time to have it ordered, altered, and plenty of time to have it altered again if your body shape adjusts just a little. Don't ever buy a dress the size you want to be. Buy the dress for who you are now. Yes, you can exercise and diet and lose weight purely from stress. You can always take in the dress. But sometimes stress equals stress eating, and it's much harder to let the dress out. Besides, when you try dresses on, you want to see what you look like now. You want to feel beautiful when you try it on now. You are beautiful now. You don't have to make yourself fit into a dress. He loves you the way that you are now. Number 9, decide on the wedding party outfits. Do you want them all to wear the same thing or just the same color? Are the guys going full suits with jackets or dress shirts and suspenders? Remember that everyone is a different size and everyone fits differently. So if you do the same dress for all the girls, find something that will fit them all equally. Or a great option is at David's Bridal, the convertible dress. Order the dresses around the 3 to 4 month mark so they have time to get it altered if it needs to be. And it gives the women time to schedule getting to the store for the fitting and not feeling like they are being rushed. For the guys, if you're renting, then place the order around the 2 to 3 month mark. Men's Warehouse recommends ordering at a minimum of 2 months, but they have rush availabilities. Guys generally pick up the suits or tuxes the day before the wedding, and it needs to be returned the day after. But again, give the guys plenty of time to schedule themselves to get to the store. Maybe make a day of it. Girls go to David's Bridal, and the guys go to Men's Warehouse, and then you all meet for drinks and dinner afterwards. Number 10, confirm with all your vendors. Around the 3 to 4 month mark is a great time to go for tastings if you haven't already. Confirm the menu and cake and cupcake flavors. Talk with your photographer on your must-have picture list. Choose the special songs for the ceremony and reception with the DJ band or sound technician. Choose the overall playlist with the DJ or band. Go over the ceremony wording with your officiant and buy any extra decorations or anything else that you need for the ceremony and reception. Usually, you'll talk with the venue coordinator around that 1 to 2 month mark to confirm your agenda and timeline that you can relay to all the other vendors. And if you have a wedding planner, he or she can help you with all of this. However, if you don't have a venue coordinator or planner, then now is a great time to work with your officiant on the timeline for the ceremony, then talk with your DJ or band for the timeline on the reception. And now is the time to schedule the rehearsal and your rehearsal dinner. Number 11, send out your invitations. Do this no sooner than the 2.5 month mark, but it's better to send them out around the 3 month mark. Once the invitations have gone out, give it 3 weeks, then start calling, emailing, and texting to get those RSVPs that you haven't received yet. This is super important. You need those numbers by the time you confirm with your venue or caterer, usually around 3 to 4 weeks out. It's not rude. You're paying for their dinner, which is a lot of money, and you need to know who's coming. Not to mention that this affects your seating chart, how many table centerpieces to make, how many favors to put together, and how much alcohol to buy. A lot is riding on this number, so hound your guests if you need to. Number 12, your marriage license. At the 1 to 1.5 month mark, apply for your marriage license. Check your state and county laws for what is needed to apply and correct time period, but get it done early. Some states require blood tests, some have waiting periods, and some only take cash, so check out the website for your local county clerk's office marriage license page to get all the information before you just show up. And make at least a half day of it. Meet your partner for lunch, then go get your license after. It's an important special day for the two of you. Number 13, your rehearsal and rehearsal dinner. At the 1 month mark, double check the time and day of your rehearsal and your rehearsal dinner reservation or dinner plans. Then make sure that everyone who needs to be at both is aware of the time and the day. The rehearsal is important so that everyone who is walking down the aisle knows where to go, when to go, and what to do with themselves when they are there. Your rehearsal is the time that you go over the order of events, talk about who's doing the reading and where do they go, how to exchange the rings, where to go to do the unity candle and sand ceremony, and anything else that's happening in the ceremony. Usually this is scheduled time and it's 1 hour, so it's important that the entire time be used for the rehearsal and that the people that it affects are there. Extra people is extra talking and can cause it to run long. If you plan on giving gifts, do not do that at the rehearsal. Save that for the dinner. Some venues have back-to-back weddings, which mean they have back-to-back rehearsals. So again, it's important to stay within the time frame and for everyone to stay focused so you can get done quickly. Number 14, confirm the count. You will need to turn in your final numbers in most cases by 14 days out. It seems like on a lot of checklists that they say 1 week out, but it's not true. While some caterers can accommodate that, generally caterers are buying food and scheduling their staff 2 weeks out. They plan ahead, so giving them those final numbers, 14 to 21 days out, will give them the ability to buy everything they need without any last-minute rush charges. You can always update them if the numbers change. But using that grand total at the 14-day mark will help you with the vendors and your decoration and seating plans. And now we are to the week of. This is where it all hits the fan. Everyone is in town or on their way. You aren't sure if the vendors have everything and you're trying not to forget anything. Again, a wedding planner can take care of all of the last details so you can just focus on your family and not stress. However, if you don't have one, start with calling all the vendors to be sure they are good with everything. Find out delivery times and who will be coming and relay those times to the venue coordinator or the person you've designated to check them all in. Double check any reservations like rehearsal dinner, hotel stay, and day of transportation. Then give out jobs. Designate someone to take the alcohol to the venue and take the leftovers back home or return it to the store. Designate someone to be in charge of taking home the cake, the cupcakes, and any other food that's left over. Designate someone to take all the decorations that you already have in totes and boxes for easy transportation to the venue and then take them back at the end. And designate someone who can be in charge of anyone who's had a little too much to drink if you're having alcohol at your wedding. Like in Sisters, you need a party mom. This person can call Uber or arrange a friend to take them home, and this person can keep an eye out on anyone that looks like they're having a little too much fun. It's an emotional event, and some people drink more when they are emotional. Party mom or dad to the rescue. Then all that's left is to enjoy your day. Having people to help you will ease your stress levels. When everyone around you knows what to do, things run smoothly. So make sure that you are vocal about what needs to happen and what you want done. Give timelines to all your vendors, but don't worry about sticking to it all night. Remember that not everything will go exactly to plan, but those are the things that you will look back on and laugh about later. The point of all those months of planning and stressing brought you here to get married to the love of your life. The only thing that is really important is the kiss after you say I do. Thank you for watching. If you have comments or questions, please leave it below and I'll get to all of them. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and feel free to share and give me a thumbs up. I'll have a lot more videos coming up, like how to make sure you have the perfect bustle and 3 ways to fold a pocket square, so don't miss out. See you soon, and remember, I've got your back.